Okay, so good morning. Good morning to everyone. Now the YouTube live has been started. So if you want, you can watch it in YouTube also. 1 minute. Dhanushya, sir, kindly make me as co-host, sir. Dhanushya, sir. Dhanushya, sir, are you there? Hello, Dhanushya, sir.
Sir, you are now the co-host, sir. Sir, you have been made the co-host now. Parthiban, sir. Parthiban, sir.
Okay, so participants, am I audible?
Yes, thanks.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir, very
Yes,
much.
sir.
Hannah Grace ma'am stated that you are now co-host, sir.
Sir, I think
Okay, so thank you, Dhanushya, sir, for making me as a host. Okay, so let me start share the screen. Okay, so is my text studio pages visible? Just to make a confirmation whether my screen is shared.
Yes, sir.
And am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
If someone reply, then it will be fine for me to continue.
Yes, sir.
Dhanushya,
Audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or Manjunan, sir, someone please let me know whether am I audible and my screen is shared.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Sir.
Yeah, audible. You are audible, sir. This is Dr. Ramesh Babu from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering and Technology, Chittoor.
Hello. Okay. Okay, fine. So its reply claims that I'm audible and screen is visible. Okay, so before getting into my session, let me talk about this workshop. Usually, we will be conducting a workshop on LaTeX at the basic level. Okay, so usually we'll be conducting a 1 week program. I think most of you might have attended that basic workshop earlier, which might have conducted. Actually, in every year, we will be conducting this program. Okay, so the basic level, we will try to cover the installation. Try to cover the installation part, how to typeset in mathematics part, typesetting a table, how to insert a picture, drawing a picture using set tricks or PS tricks, how to manage the bibliography, etc. Okay, so we will try and how to typeset a journal article or a thesis. Okay, so how to do those things in LaTeX. Okay, so usually we'll be conducting these topics as a basic level LaTeX workshop extensively for an entire week. We will be conducting around 20 to 25 sessions. Okay, so we'll cover that basic workshop. So this time we plan to go for a faculty development program which deals with the advanced level of LaTeX. Okay. So our advanced level of LaTeX means, of course, it's all upon it's all about how we are going to explore the text, right? Here we are going to talk about the possibilities of LaTeX. What are all the things we can do? And of course, this advanced level things we cannot finish it within say 6 sessions. It might have taken a lot of sessions, but we are a little bit scared also whether this advanced level, whether the participants will able to grasp things or whether they will be showing interest in joining them. But within 2 days, receiving around 1,400 registrations is really what you say. It's really good, and we are very much confident now that everyone is ready to keen in learn the LaTeX things. Okay. Actually, we expect some little amount of knowledge of LaTeX from the participants, as we are not going to deal with the installation of LaTeX or how to typeset and some general document, those things. Okay, so we expect that little much. Of course, we don't want the participants to be a master in LaTeX. Okay, but a little knowledge. Okay, so how to typeset a program, how to run a program, where to get the output, where you will be seeing the output. Okay, so this much some basic. Okay, so what are all the compilers, what are all the editors, um, how to run with the help of PDF LaTeX or how to run with XC LaTeX. Um, what are the different types of outputs, like say the DVI files, PDF files. Okay, so this kind of some basic things are required. Of course, so sometimes we will be saying, then and then we will be saying the things. But if that is, if you know already the basics of LaTeX, then this will be a very good opportunity to learn about the advanced things. Okay. So as Kalyani ma'am said, we have tried to cover the advanced LaTeX. Um, we have chosen the topics, like these topics may not help you. Okay, so as an as a user of LaTeX, the topics which you are going to cover in this FDP might not help you, but um, you can learn the things. Okay, so once you come into a position to write a class file, or if you want to design a class file for your university thesis, right? Or if you want to do some real programs in LaTeX, okay, so then these topics will be very much useful. Okay. So the topics which you are going to cover in this workshop, in this faculty learning program, are how we can write programs in LaTeX. Okay, so like say using a for loop, using if then else loop. Okay, so how we can use those loops in LaTeX, and then how to design a magazine or how to design a book cover, because nowadays as a faculty we are typesetting our own magazines, we are typesetting our own books. Okay, so in that cases, how to typeset the books, magazines, etc., or how to design those books and magazines. Okay, so that will be covered in another session. Importantly, we will be covering the TIX and PGF plots, which forms the basics of the entire graphic section of the LaTeX. Okay, so whatever if you want to do graphically in the sense, each and every design if you want to make, that can be made with the help of TIX and PGF packages, and that will be covered in the at the same time, the manipulation of data. Say if you're having uh, say a data in a Excel, or if you're having a data as a CSV file, how to print your data, like in your thing. Okay, so for your benefit, how to print your data or how to manipulate the data. Okay, so that also will be covered in this activity. And finally, how to write your own style file. Okay, style file means how to create your own packages. There are plenty of packages are there in LaTeX, right? So like that, how to create your own packages. Okay, so that will be covered in a session. And how to write the class file. Usually if you look into any of the journals, they will be having their own class file, right? Like say ELS article. For the Elsevier article, they will be having the own class file called ELS article. Similarly, IEEE translations, they will be having their own class file. Okay, so that class file will define how your document should look like, the output of your document, how it should look like. That is decided by that class file. And we will be having a session on how to write that class file. Okay, so this is the idea of this entire FDP, and we made in such a way that simple, much simple, at the same time the advanced topics will be covered. Okay, so the attendance is mandatory for at least 4 of the sessions. So the attendance link will be posted at the end of the each session. So kindly fill the attendance link to get your certificate. Okay, those who are watching in YouTube, the link for the collecting the sessions will be put in the YouTube also. So please fill it. Okay, so with this introduction, we will start with the programming in Latin. Okay. Okay, so here I'm using Text Studio as my editor. Okay, so of course, the whatever editor you use it, no problem in editors. Okay, so at the same time, no problem with the compilers also. Either you can use TechLive or you can use MidTech or MacTech, whichever compiler you prefer, use that compiler. And here I'm using TechLive as my compiler, and my system is Linux-based OS. Okay, so the compiler what I'm using is TechLive, and the editor is Text. Okay, so I will save my file. Have created an okay, so empty file, and I'm saving it. Okay, so as you all know, the tech document must mandatorily have 3 commands. One is /document class. So I'm going to use the article class. You can use any class, not only article. You can use report or beamer or thesis or book, whatever class file you want to use, you can use that one. So I'm going to use the article class file / begin document and end document. Okay, I hope the font is fine, or if we want to increase the font, I will increase the font. Is the font size is fine?
Okay, sir.
Someone please reply that. Yeah, fine, thank you. Okay, so I will start with an question. Okay, so this one will build my article, and it will show the output. So this is my output. Okay, so hi. Okay, so let me start with okay, the plan of my talk. Okay, so what I'm going to talk is I'm going to talk about how we can use if then package. Okay, so we're going to talk about if then package. There is a package called if then. So I'm going to talk about that if then package, and PGF4. Okay, so PGF4 is another package. I'm going to talk about that PGF4, and finally Python tech. So we are going to discuss about the 3 main topics. One is if then package, PGF4 package, and Python tech package. Okay, so if then package has the command called if then else. Okay, so means how we use the if then loop or if then conditional statement in our programming languages. Likewise, how we can use that if then else statement in our LaTeX document. Okay, so that's what we are going to see. Similarly, for loop, how we are going to use that for loop. Okay, so before getting into if then package, let me introduce a command called /new command, and of course everyone might have know about that /new command. Okay, maybe I will put it like this, so that what are all the things I have done, it will be at the end. So finally I will circulate everything, what are all the things I have done. Okay, okay, so first one is I'm going to talk about a /new command. So the general structure of new command is /new command will be having 2 mandatory arguments. Remember, in LaTeX, if something is typeset between the curly braces, which means that it is a mandatory argument, and something with the square brackets. Okay, so something with the square brackets, it's called as an optional argument. Okay, so optional arguments means you can rewrite or you can give values in that one. so that the default value will be changed. But by default, there will be an add. Okay, so this is called. So you see, this is your different new commands and new command. So the general structure is the general syntax of new command is / new command. So first one is the command and second one is the definition. Okay, so which means that say you can give your own command. Say I want to print serial line or. Okay, so generally if I print say the real line or, okay, so it will print simply like this. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so it will be usual or, but the real line or, that or should be somewhat different, no? So that will be given by /mathbb. Okay, /mathbb. Okay, so we need a package called AMSSim to use this mathbb. So I'm going to use that package. So use package AMSSim. It's allowed only in math mode. Yeah, so this is how actually the real line or notation should be. Okay, so math BB. Okay, and so what you can do is say if you're going to use this math BBR, okay, so means this notation of real line in many parts of your document, then you may feel that if you have some command or if I create my own command to produce this one, you can do with the help of this /new command. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so wherever if I type say /r, okay, so wherever if I type /r, I should get this /mathbp of r. Okay, so now you no need to type mathbp of r again and again and again. Okay, so simply if you type /r, that will gives you that real line r. See, it gives me that real line r. Okay, so this is how we can use this new command. Okay, and you can give arguments also. Say arguments means say /frac. Okay, so if you have frac, you see in frac you are having two arguments. One is numerator and another one is the denominator. Likewise, you can create your own commands. Okay, so like using the /new command, you can create your own command with the arguments. Okay, which contains the arguments. So how to do that one? You see, I'm going to give it as an /bb. Okay, so here only /r will work. Okay? Only /r will work. So if I put /c instead of or if I put /c, it won't work because I haven't defined what is that /c. It's undefined control sequence because I haven't defined. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is instead of just defining /r separately, /c separately, I'm going to define a new thing called, okay, so /bb. Okay, so a simple thing, /bb, which consists of one argument. Okay, which consists of one argument, and what is that argument? That argument will goes inside this one. Okay, so that can be given in terms of /1. Okay, /1 means that argument, the first argument. Okay, so which means that whenever if you want to use math bb, you can use this /bb with an argument. Okay, with you see /bb with an argument. Okay, so here you can give or c. Okay, so if I give c, automatically what it will do, it will produce the math bb of that c. Okay, so math bb of that c. So any character you can give it now. You can give c or you can give n. Okay, you can give it n. So I will increase this font size a little bit. Yeah, so you can give n anything. Okay, so now this is called creating a command with the arguments. Here you can give any number of arguments, not only one argument. You can give two arguments or three arguments, etc. Say for example, In many of my places, I will take this one and put it here. Okay, let's say in many of the places, say I'm going to type say x squared plus y squared equal to, let's say, z squared. Okay, so say I'm going to change this x, y, and z frequently in my things, and this equation going to remain as it is. Say I may have p squared plus q squared equal to r squared, or s squared plus t squared equal to u squared. Like that, if I'm going to change this x, y, z alone, and I'm going to use this line in many parts of my document, how I can do is, you can create a command slash new command. Okay, so the command I'm going to use is, say, let this be what is this command? It's actually a Pythagoras theorem, no? So let pt. Okay, so pt, it has three arguments. It has three arguments. Okay, and what that argument will do? So slash one squared, sorry, ash one squared plus ash 2 squared is equal to ash 3 squared. Okay, so what it will do means ash will do means it will take the first argument and it will put slash, and it will put the square of that argument plus the square of the second argument is equal to square of the third argument. So instead of what you can do is slash pt. Okay, so you see, if I put slash pt, it shows it has three arguments, right? So slash pt of argument 1. So argument 1 is p, argument 2 is q, and argument 3 is r. So now this will create me p squared plus q squared equal to r squared. Okay, so you can change it anything. Say you can have slash pt of say a, b, c. So now this will produce a square plus b square. Oh, sorry, I missed that. So a square plus b square equal to c square. Not necessary it should be a, b, c. You can give some numbers also, like a slash pt of say 3 squared plus 4 squared equal to 5 squared. So 3 square plus 4 square equal to 5 square. So this will make our work simpler. Say if you are using something again and again in your document, okay, then you can create your own command. You can create your own command, like say slash frac or slash partial. Okay, so in each and every time you need to type about slash partial, you can give a small word for the small shortcut key for that one, and you can use that one. Okay, and you can create your own. So this will be very useful, and of course this is very useful when you are going with if then statements or for statements, etc. Okay, maybe I will show one more example of how this one can be effectively used. Say I'm going to go, okay, so slash track slash partial u slash partial x. Okay, so I want to have this dou u by dou x. I want this dou u by dou x, and I'm going to use this in many parts of my document. Okay, and if I'm having an command, okay, so I don't want to type this slash frac or slash partial u slash partial x each and every time. I want an a command, a short command which produces this one. Okay, so how we can do that one? Slash new command. Okay, so the command I'm going to use is, say it's a PD, right, or it's a partial derivative. So let PD represents the partial derivative, and it has two arguments. Okay, one is independent variable and another one is the dependent variable. So we're having two arguments. So the number of arguments I'm going to use here is 2, and the definition of this slash PD is this one. slash partial. So here the first argument should come, so hash1, and here the second argument should come, so that is hash2. Okay. So if I use this a slash pd off, say it has two arguments, it shows me argument 1 and argument 2. Okay, so the argument 1 is u, and the argument, say this is my denominator, say x. So what this one will produce, this one will produce me dou u by, we can change this one, say dou z by y. So change this dou z by, so that you can easily construct your partial derivative, says plus slash pd of z x is equal to 1. Okay, so dou z by dou y plus dou z by dou x equal to 1. So this will reduces our job of typesetting and entire things. Like say if you want to typeset directly, then it should be like a slash frac slash partial z by slash divided by slash partial y plus etc. I have to typeset it individually. But if you know that we are going to use some of the statements again and again in the document, and it is easy if I create an shortcut key for that one, means then we can make use of this slash new command. Okay.
Dr. Parthivan?
Okay.
Dr. Parthivan, can you hear me?
Yeah. So I will show one more thing, one more effective use of
Dr.
this
Parthivan?
slash command. Okay, you can create a new command with an optional argument also. Okay, so far we have created a new command with a mandatory argument, say slash new command. Okay, so here this one slash new command argument definition. Okay, so this means that here you can give the number of arguments, you can give the number of optional arguments also. Okay, so command arguments by default and the definition. Okay, say like this. So I'm going to have an a command called slash pdevo. Okay, so I'm going to define the order also. Okay, so slash pdevo. Okay, so that is my order. Okay, let me have this slash pdevo. And number of arguments I'm going to use. Okay, so let the number of arguments be 3. Okay, so by default there is nothing. Okay, so by default there is nothing, and the command, okay, so means, and the definition I'm going to use is slash frac sorry, yeah, slash partial. Okay, so I'm having in my another document, so I will copy and paste it here, but I will explain. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the first argument will be in the slash partial. Here it's nothing but like a dou squared u by dou x squared, dou square dou cube u by dou x cube. Okay, so the higher order partial derivatives. Okay, so how I'm going to give slash flag slash partial in the superscript and the first argument, the independent variable, in the denominator the third argument. Okay, so it's okay, so now this one, okay, so now this empty box at the second will gives you an optional argument. Here you can give some of the things or you can leave it. Okay, so the meaning is, say while using slash pdop. Okay, so actually here it is the thing is like this. First one is the optional argument, the argument 1 is optional. Okay, so the argument 1 is optional, and argument 2 and argument 3 are mandatory arguments. Okay, so the optional argument I may give it as an say you can give or you can leave it empty. Okay, so maybe for the first time I'm leaving it as an empty, and let me give it as an u and x. So now this one will produce me dou u by dou x. Okay, so it should be under math. Let's do u by do x. So if you add the optional 3, okay, if I add 3, this will produce me dou cube u by dou x cube. Dou cube u by dou x cube. You can add of any order. Okay, so like let's say 5, okay, dou power 5 u by dou x power 4. It is something like this. Okay, so slash square root. Actually, square root has one optional argument and one mandatory argument. Okay, so just if you use like this, a square root of 5, it will produce root 5. It will produce root 5. But there is an optional argument also like this. Okay, so if I put 3 here, then it will gives me the cubical root of 5. It will gives me cubical root of 5. Say if I give say 10, okay, so which means that it will gives me 10th root of 5. 10th root of 5. Okay, so now this is called as an optional argument, and this kind of optional argument commands are created with the help of slash new command. First one is the command what you are going to use. The second one is how many arguments are there, and this one is the default value. Okay, this one is the default argument. Okay, and the definition for that. Okay, so like this you can create your own commands. Okay, so when you are moving into the higher level of latex, okay, so means one step beyond typesetting the basic things. If you want to go one step little further, the slash new command will help you a lot. Okay, so it will help you to create your own commands. You can rewrite the existing commands also, like say if you want to redefine how your chapter should look like. Okay, so by default, if you give slash section or slash chapter and the title means, it will gives you the default thing. But if you want to change that default thing, you can make use of slash renew command. You can make use of slash renew command, and you can change the actual definition of that command. Okay, so may say for example, if you want to change the actual definition of a frac command. Okay, so slash frac, it has two optional arguments, two mandatory arguments. No, so if you want to change that one means, you can do with the help of a slash renew command. Okay, okay. So actually I have taken this new command to use it for my if then statement. Use it for my if then statement. Okay. So I'm going to use the package slash use package if then, because I'm going to use the package called if then package. Okay, so let me check whether any doubts so far. Will it possible to type like x squared plus 2y squared? Yeah, you can define whatever you want. Okay, so whatever thing to be displayed, you can type it as it is. And you have to understand what do you mean by the argument. Okay, so where that argument value should go. Okay, so if you understand that one, then anything can be typeset and you can create your own commands. Okay, so I will continue. So the package which contains the if then statement is if then. So I'm going to use that package, so slash use package if then. Okay, and okay, so I will copy and paste a code. Okay, so slash new command. Okay, slash new command. So this is going to be my command, slash print true or false. Slash print true or false. Okay, so which contains one mandatory argument. Okay, so which means that this one represents that this command slash print true or false command. Okay, so I'm going to create a new command called slash print true or false. Okay, so that slash print true or false command has one argument. Okay, so one mandatory argument. Okay, so what is the definition of that command? What is the definition? So if I type slash print true or false, what should be my output?
Got it.
Okay, so now that is given with the help of if then else. That has been given with the help of if then else. So the general syntax of if then else is
Which cellular data? क्या
slash
audio
if
नहीं
then
रखा?
else. The first one is the condition. Okay, so first one is the condition, and next one is okay, so this one is, this entire thing is the condition. Okay, so if then else, the condition what you are going to check. So if this is true, okay, so it will check this one. Okay, so here they have checked slash equal. Here you can check greater than, here you can check less than or equal to. You can check the boolean values. You can check whether the boolean value is true or false. You can make use of the boolean values. um, you can check whether this one is equal to this one, like say this word equals that word. Okay, so like that you can check. You can use many kind of conditional statements here. Okay, so to show case here I have used the equal condition. Okay, so it will check whether this one, the first argument, the argument I am going to supply, is true. Okay, so if this is true, then it will print true, else it won't print anything. Okay, so the general if then else statement is, yes, I will put it in this one, slash if then else. Okay, so this is the thing, slash if then else. First one, it will check the condition, means the test what you are going to do. If this is true, it will print these things. If it is false, it will print these things. Okay, so that is the general syntax of if then else. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is, so if then else is the, instead of true, let me take it as an t, and let me take it as an f. Okay, so if I use this slash print true or false command, okay, so slash print true or false command, the argument I'm going to give is t. So if this is t, it will print it as true. Okay, so I will run it and show. Okay, so it will print it as true. Or if it is f, okay, so if it is f, it will print it as false. Okay, it will print it as false. So if I use some other value, okay, so a, it will again print it as false, because it will check whether this one is either t or f. Okay, so if it is true, it will print it true. If it is f, it will print it as false. Okay, so these things okay, so let me write it like this. Okay, so let V represents VIT represents Vellore Institute of Technology and other institute. Okay, so let OT represents other institute. Okay, say I'm going to print Vellore Institute of Technology. If it is print institute, okay, so let me change this one as print institute. Okay, so slash print institute. Okay, so if slash print institute of, if I put VAT, it will print it as a Vellore Institute of Technology. Or if I put slash print institute of OT, then it will print other institute. Okay, let me combine this one in a single statement. Okay, so if it is VAT, it will print, or otherwise other institute. Okay, so if I use this command slash print institute, okay, so print institute, say if I print like this, if I put VAT, the argument as VAT, then it will print Vellore Institute of Technology. So you can see Vellore Institute of Technology. Okay, say if I put OT, okay, if I put OT, then it will print other institute. Other institute. Okay, so like this, you can check some of these statements. Okay, whether you can check some of the statements, and you can reproduce the output accordingly. Okay, so now like this, you can make use of this if then else statement. Okay, copy and paste this one. At the end, I will give all the comments. What are all the comments I'm working, I will give at the end of the session. Okay, another example of using this if then else. Okay, so slash new command. Okay, so this new command, okay, so let me print print day. Okay, so print day. Okay, so this is the command what I'm going to use. Okay, so what this print day has going to do is, so it has one option, one argument, one mandatory argument. Okay, and the definition. Okay, so definition is say slash if then else. Okay, so if then else, I'm checking the slash equal. Yes, I'm checking slash equal the argument. Okay, so the argument is 0. Okay, say I'm going to print if the argument is 0. Okay, so it will check. Okay, so the argument what is applied here is 0. If it is 0, then it will print Sunday. Else, it won't print anything. It won't print anything. Okay, so let me try slash print day of 0. Print day of 0. So it should print Sunday for me. Yeah, it print Sunday for me. So like that, say if I give 1. Okay, so suppose the argument what I'm giving for this command slash print day of 1, then it should print Monday. Tuesday. Okay. Oh, I missed the Wednesday. Okay, so now the slash print day. Okay, so this is the command and this is the argument. So if I put 0, it will print Sunday for me. Say if I put instead of 0, if I put 5. Okay, if I put 5, so it will check whether the argument is 5. So if it satisfies this command, so it will print Friday for me. It prints Friday for me. Okay, so likewise you can print everything 0, 1. Okay, so now this will print here. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you want, you can have a line break at each and every line. Okay, so Sunday, Monday spelling wrong. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And of course, this can be, instead of writing all these 6 commands, you can make use of for statement also. Okay, so because you see here this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's a list. Okay, so it's a list. So you can execute this command for the values available in that place. Okay, so next we are going to see that one. That is called as an for statement. Okay, so but this is how you can make use of this if then else. Okay, and there is a statement called if. Okay, so if is there, if statement is there, if else, instead of if then else, if a condition, print that one, else that one. Okay, so that command is also available. Okay, so for example, let me set a counter. Okay, so let me set a counter. Okay, so how to set a counter? Slash new counter. Okay, so slash new counter, a counter name called num. So what I have did is I have created a counter. I have created a counter called num. Okay, and I'm going to set the value of the counter using a command called slash set counter. Okay, so slash set counter num 10. Okay, so actually here these things are available in LaTeX itself. Okay, slash new counter of num, which means that I'm creating a counter name num. Okay, and I'm setting a value. Okay, slash set counter, the value for that num is 10. Okay, so the general if else statement is, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to check if the number value means this num value is greater than 100, then I'm going to print num is large, means the number is large, else I'm going to print number is small. Okay, so just by giving this counter value, I can print either it is large or it is small. How I can do? Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so num is if num. Okay, so if num. Okay, so this is the statement. Okay, so if num, it will check the value of num. It will check the value of the num. So now the value of num is 10. Okay, so if the value of num is greater than 100, it will print large. It will print large, or otherwise it will print small, or otherwise it will print small. Okay, so like let me execute this one and I will show you. Okay, you see it print num is small because the value of num is 10. Okay, so suppose the value of num is say 1000. Okay, so 1 minute. If num y it's exited normally, it's small. Okay, so let me change this value maybe for 20. Okay, actually I'm expressing an error if num or text was ignored after line number 10. Why? Okay, I don't know, I can't figure it out. If num value of the num is greater than 20, here I have set it as an 30, but it shows an error. Okay, so let me debug this later. Okay, if it is 10 and this is 100, it works fine. Yeah, it works fine. It won't work for large values, right? Okay, so we will check that one later. But the thing is, you can use if else statement directly. You can use this if then else also. Okay, so if then else, a condition, true statements and false statement. Okay, so this is more compact when you compare this with this one. But you can use your what do you say, native if else statements also like this. Okay. Okay, so next let us move on to another kind of loop statement called for. Okay, so I'm going to use now for statement. Okay, so the package which contains the for statement is slash use package pgf for. Okay, so this is the package which contains the for loop. Okay, so how to use this for loop is it's very simple. Slash for each. Okay, so slash for each Okay, so this is the general syntax. Slash for each. The thing. Okay, so slash x. Okay, so slash x in 1, 2, 3. Okay, so which means that now this wherever you use this slash x. Okay, so wherever you use this slash x, it will go for a loop. Okay, so it will go for a loop and it will print all the values. Okay, and it will print all the values. Say for example, slash x. Okay, so now what it will do? It will print 1, 2. Okay, undefined control sequence. Yeah, we have to say what we have to print. Okay, so for in this list, what I have to print. So I have to print the value of the x. I have to print the value of the x. So it will print 1, 2, 3. So if you want to print it in comma. So it will print. So it will take the first value, okay, second value, and the third. Okay, so comma. So this is up. Now this for loop is extensively used in TIX. Is extensively used in TIX. Okay, so TIX is a package which is used for graphing. Actually, this TIX will be covered in the 5th session by Dr. S. Dhanashekhar. He will be covering this TIX picture, but this for loop is very much extensively used in that commands of TIX package. So I will give you a short glimpse of what is that TIX picture. Okay, so I'm going to use a package called slash use package TIX. Okay, slash use package TIX. Okay, so let me draw a TIX picture. Okay, so I'm going to draw a TIX picture. TIX picture is drawn within an environment. TIX picture is an environment. So in this environment, I'm going to draw a thing. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, at different coordinates. Okay, say I'm going to draw a circle at 0, 0 with radius 0.2. Okay, similarly I'm going to draw a circle at 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so like that I'm going to draw a circle at different arguments. I mean is at different uh, coordinates. Okay, so how I can do is slash for each. Okay, so slash for each slash x in. I'm going to give the coordinates, say 0, 1, 2, or let me stop with 0, 1. Similarly, slash for each slash y. Okay, so y in same 0, 1, 2. Okay, so for this for each statement, what I have to do, I have to draw a circle. Okay, so this is one. Okay, so inside this one, I'm going to define what we are going to do with the values of this 0, 1, 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a circle. So draw at slash x comma slash y. Okay, so at slash x means at that, say first for the first loop it will take 0 and 0. So it will draw at 0, 0. What it will draw at 0, 0? It will draw a circle. It will draw a circle. Circle of radius 0.2 centimeter. Okay. So now that's it. So let me run it and show it to you. I missed the semicolon. Yeah, here I missed the semicolon. Yeah. Here you see, here circles are drawn. Okay, so now this is my 0, 0. Okay, so this is 0, 0. So first it x takes the value 0 and it will run for all the values of y. So 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0 comma 2. So it will draw first these three values. Okay, say if I remove these things, you may understood. Okay, 0 0 comma 0, 1 comma 0, and 2 comma 0. So if I add one more thing, say 1, say this is 0 comma 0, 1 comma 0, 2 comma 0, 0 comma 1, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 1. Okay, so like that I'm drawing a circle. Okay, so like this, if you want to do a part which will be done for elements available in a list, then you can make use of this for each. Okay, I will give an interesting example of using this for each statement. Okay, so of course this is the basic way of using your for each inside your text picture. Okay, but I'll give another example. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a clock. Okay, I'm going to create a clock. So slash begin text picture. Okay, first let me draw an the outer part of the clock. Okay, I say like this, slash fill draw. Okay, so slash fill draw command is available in the text. Okay, fill draw at 0 comma 0. Okay, so at 0 comma 0 I'm going to draw a circle with 2 centimeter. Okay, so then and there let me run it and see whether it's working right or not. Yeah, actually I have to give a semicolon. Okay, so here it is fully black. Okay, so let me fill it with light colors. Okay, so that is an optional argument of fill draw, which is fill equals yellow. Now this will create me an yellow color. Okay, so now this is the dial of my clock. Okay, this is my dial of my clock. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the that 1 2 3 4 5 6 the numbers in the dial. I'm going to draw the numbers in the dial. Okay, so that one I'm going to define it as an angle. Okay, so slash for each. Okay, so slash for each slash angle sorry slash label. Okay, so I'm going to define two things, angle and the label in. Okay, so I'm going to create the list now. Okay, so angle, what are all the angles? Say this is the 0 angle, right? So this is 0 comma 0, this point is 0 comma 0, and this is the 0 angle. So 0, this is 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. So it will goes on like this, right? So I'm going to give that angle. Okay, so 0 comma 30 comma 60 comma 90 comma 120 comma 150 comma 180 comma 210 comma 240 270 330 and 0. Again it will comes to 360, so it is 0. Okay, and the label. Okay, so each one is having a label, right? Each one is having a, that one is slash angle and label. So this angle 0 is labeled as 3 because this is the angle 0 is 3, right? So this is 3, and this 30 is 2, 60 is 1. Okay, so here the 60 angle. Okay, so now this is my 0 angle, So the number 2 will be my angle 30. Number 1 will be at angle 60, and this is going to be 12. 90 degree is going to be my 12. 120 is 11. 150 is 10. 180 is 9. 210 is 8. 8. 7. 6. Oh, I think I have missed something. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240. Ah, I missed the 300. 300 is 5, and the 330 is 6. 7, 6, 5, 4. Sorry, 4. Okay. Again, it will come 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 here, 5, 4. Okay. So now I have defined an counter. Okay. So what are all the values? I'm having two things. One is angle and another one is the label. Okay. So the angle is 0 and the corresponding label is 3. Angle is 30, corresponding label is 2. Angle is 60, corresponding label is 1. Okay. So now I have created only this thing, and for this list, okay, so this is my list of values, and for this list what I have to do, I'm going to do it here. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line at each angle. Okay, I'm going to draw a line at each angle. Okay, so that can be done with the help of slash draw at angle. Okay, so at angle from 1.8 centimeter means it will take for each angle. It will take for each angle, of course, slash angle. Okay, so it will goes for 0. Okay, so it will goes at this angle, and from 1.8 centimeter to slash angle up to 2 centimeter, it will draw a line. Okay, so I will show you what it will do. Error. Okay, so I missed the semicolon. Yeah, you see it draws this line. Okay, so means it's a circle, no? So this is your center point. So at angle 0, it will draw a line from this is 1.8 centimeter to 2 centimeter, because we have drawn a circle of 2 centimeters. So this is the circle of 2 centimeter, and from 1.8 to 2 centimeter we have drawn a line. Next, it will goes to the next angle. What is the next angle? 30, right? It will goes to the angle 30. So at the angle 30, it will draw a line from 1.8 centimeter to 2 centimeter. Okay. To have an to name these things. Okay, so I have to name the things. No, so slash draw. So at angle from 1.4 centimeter, at the distance of 1.4 centimeter, I'm going to make a node. I'm going to make a node, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to supply the label there. I'm going to supply the label there. Okay, so node should be in this. Yeah, I forgot that semicolon again. Sorry. Yeah, so see here I have created a dial. So in that dial I have marked these numbers at each angle. So this is angle 0, angle 30, angle 60, angle 90. So at each angle I have drawn a line from 1.8 centimeter to 2 centimeter. Okay, and at each angle, so at angle 0, at the distance of 1.4 centimeter, I have put the label. What are all the labels here? 3, 2, 1, 12. Okay, so which means that at angle 0, the label is 3. At angle 30, the label is 2. Okay, so likewise for each angle, we are having a label. So we have put the. So now the rest of the things I have to do is I have to put the ands. I have to put the ands. Okay, so how I can put the hands? Slash draw. I have to draw from 0, 0. I have to draw from 0, 0 to say 120. Okay, the angle 120 is to 0.8. Okay, so this is my hour angle, hour hand, and the minute hand, say 90 is to 1 centimeter. Of course, it should be in centimeters. So 0.8 cm. It should be ended with semicolon. Okay. So now it will draw me the hands. You see the hands. Say at 180, means at 120. 120 means at 11. At 11, we have drawn an line. Of course, you can make it as an arrow mark also. Not necessary. You can make it as an arrow mark too. This will create an arrow mark. Forgot semicolon. I have it. Okay, so there is a command to create an arrow. I forgot that one. So from 0, 0 at an angle of 120, a 0.8 centimeter line has drawn. Similarly, at 90, a line of length 1 centimeter has been drawn. Okay, you see, we haven't what do you say? We haven't put 1, 2, 3 again and again. Everything we have created a list, and from that list we have. Okay, so now using this one, what you can do is by a simple command. Say for example, I am going to create a command called slash new command. Okay, which has 2 arguments. Okay, so let me have 2 arguments. One is the hour and another one is the minute hand. Okay, so those 2 are the arguments. Okay, so time slash time. Okay, so if you want to create a clock for this time, okay, and the definition is, say this is my definition. I'm going to print this thing. That is my definition. Okay, and instead of this 120, here I will be having my first argument, and here I will be having my second argument. Okay, so now, oh sorry, this one, it should be after. Of course, nothing I have printed, so it won't add anything. So slash time of, it has 2 arguments, no? Say 120, so and 90. Okay, so which means that the hour hand should be at an angle of 120 and the minute hand should be at an angle of 90 degree. And of course, you can multiply and you can make it as an what happened? Slash new command slash time. They're having the 2 arguments. Slash begin fixed picture slash input picture. Hash 1, hash 2. Oh, slash time already defined. Okay, so then we must use slash new command. Instead, let me have it as a clock, because time is already a command is available in Latin. That's why it's not working. So clock. So we have created a clock of hour hand showing at 120 and minute hand showing at 90. Okay, you can change this one. Say if it is 30. Okay, so 30 means 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock. So this will produce me a clock with 2 o'clock. Clock with 2 o'clock, right? Or okay, so let me have it as an 60. So this will create me a 1 o'clock clock. Okay, it may be instead of 90, you can have it as an 180, which means that okay, let me have it as an 300, 180. This is 180 to 10 to 70. This is at 1. Okay, now you can use a for loop also here. Okay, you can use slash for each. Okay, so for each I'm going to use two for each command. Okay, for each slash x in. Okay, let me have some different thing. Okay, so let me have 0, 30, 60, 90, 120. Okay, so some 5 o'clock. What I am going to do is I'm going to print a clock. I'm going to print a clock for these values, with 30, 60, 90. Okay, now this will produce me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clocks. See, it gives me the 5 clocks. Okay, so first one is 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Okay, it creates me. So like this, you can effectively use the for loops, the if loops, etc., and make your things very easy. Okay, and of course, okay, so some things. So actually, it's around 11:50. So I thought of taking Python Tech. Of course, you can run the other languages inside your LaTeX also. Okay, so this is by default we are having some looping structures like say if then else, or you are having make letter, make other loop. Okay, so we are having some of the basic loop inside LaTeX, but a program language like say take a Python. Okay, so Python is a fully programmed language, and you can run your Python language inside your LaTeX command. Maybe I will give a simple command and I will finish it up here. Okay, so I will put it at the end. So the final session remains the final topic of today's session is I'm going to talk about Python Tech. Okay, so what is this Python Tech? What this package will do means you can run a Python code. You can run a Python code inside your LaTeX document. Say for example, okay, so let me have this one. Okay, so this is an environment available in Python Tech package, which is called PyConsole. Okay, so actually what you have to do when you're using this Python Tech packages, you have to first run your LaTeX document. Okay, so when you run your LaTeX document, what it will do means it will create a Python file. It will create a PI file in your corresponding directory, means where you are working with that file. Okay, so in that place, a py file will be created. Okay, means a Python file will be created. Execute that Python file. Okay, using your Python thing. You can use your Jupyter notebook, or you can use Python Tech, anything. You can use that one and you can run that Python codes. You run that Python code. So what it will do means it will create the output, and that output will be printed here. Okay, that output will be printed here. Maybe I will show it. Okay, so I will run this one. Yeah, it's exited normally, but it hasn't done anything. Okay, this is because, okay, so this is because this one will create a py file. This has created a py file in my thing. Okay, so for example, that is that one. Yeah, 1 minute. I will show my Dolphin browser. Yes. Yeah, I think you can able to see my browser. Means able to see my file explorer. Okay. So this is the presentation which I am working off. Okay. So this is the presentation. Leave that to me. A lot of files are there. So when I run this text file, when I run this text file, what happened is it has created a pytx code. Created a pytx code. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to run this one in the terminal. Okay, so open the terminal. Actually, I need a terminal. I will show my terminal also. 1 minute. Okay, so go to the terminal, and of course this one varies from OS to OS. Okay, so in Windows it is little bit different, but everything, if you know the basics of Python, then you can work it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that file, Python text of the file. What is the file? Presentation dot py text code. Okay, so you see this is Python tech 0.17, and it has been executed with 0 errors and 0 warnings. Okay, so now go to your LaTeX file. Now go to your LaTeX file and run it once again. You see, it will create the console where of 1 plus 1, this where of 1 plus 1, and the like. Okay, you can do it anything like here. Say say a equal to 3. Say b equals 5. Say c equals a plus b, and the value of c. Okay, so if you want to print this one, what you have to do, run this one. Okay, run this one. It will create an pytech file in my folder. Okay, so now go to the terminal. Okay, of course I'm not showing here. Go to the terminal and run that pytech code again, and again run this file. And run this letter. Now this will create a equal to 3, b equal to c equal to a plus b. It doesn't actually have to give it as an print c. Then it will print the value of that, which is 8. Okay, so you can make use of this py console. You can make use of py code directly. Say for example, if you are having a Python code, you can make use of that py code also. Okay, so py code. So I think those who are having a Python, these lines you may understood. So from SymPy library, I'm importing all the things. Symbols of x, result is integrate of 1 plus x the whole square command. So what it will give means it won't give this one. Instead, it will give the integration of this value. It will give the integration of this value. So what you have to do, run this one. Go to the terminal, run with the help of Python tech. And once that has been executed, yes, actually it's running. Once it has been executed, run it once again. what I have to do, I have to print the result. Actually, the code has been executed. Okay, so the code has been executed, but I haven't printed anything. No, so to print that one, the integrating of this one is /py, means there is some value called result in my py code. Okay, so there is a value called result in my py code, and I'm going to print that py, and I'm going to print that py. So /py of the result. Okay. Now it won't give me anything because this is newly added, and it should be run once again with the help of Python tech. Now it is. You see, it will give. So the integration of square root of 1 plus x is 2 times of x plus 1 whole power 3 by 2. Remember, here I haven't typed this one. I haven't typed this 2 into x plus 1 whole power 3 by 2. What I have did is, okay, so what I have did is, I have executed this value, means I have calculated this value with the help of Python, okay, and that result has been utilized here to print our results. Okay, so maybe you can do it instead of here square root of 1 plus x, you can define your function also, like say f equal to, okay, so this value, this is my f value. Okay, so here you can use /py of f. Okay, because the value of f here is 1 plus x root of 1 plus x. Okay, so this one, so this will be, maybe I will show that one. Okay, I have to run it once again. So the result of interlock, this x plus 1, because it has been typeset like this, star star of 1 plus 1 by 2. If you want, you can make use of latex of this value also. Say g equal to, say latex of f, g equal to latex of f, and instead of f here you can see. So this will display the latex of this 1 plus x power 1 by 2.
Excuse me,
So each
sir.
and every time actually executing the Python tech in my terminal.
May I ask you a question,
So
sir?
x plus 1 whole to the power of dx is given by, okay, so here it should not be like this. It is showing just f. I have to use that integrate of f.
Excuse me, sir.
It gives the numerical value of that one, 0.667, and you can compact that one. Okay, so by formatting options in Python, you can compact the result, and you can, okay, so like this you can make use of the Python program inside your LaTeX coding. Okay, and of course there are a variety of examples are there to show the power of this Python tech inside. You can use matplot library also, so that you no need to generate graphs separately and you have to include here directly. What you can do is, with the help of Python, you can plot that graph, okay, and you can directly embed that graph here. Okay, so with this I will stop 1 minute. I will circulate the attendance link.
The student class attendance.
1 minute, I'll circulate the attendance link. So in the meantime, if you have any doubts or any clarifications, you can ask.
Participants, do you have any doubts? You can
Sir,
ask. To unmute yourself and ask.
sir, I have a doubt. We can only use a Python code, sir, or else we can
Okay, so the
use
attendance
some
link
other
for
workbooks.
today's this session has been posted in the chat box. At the same time, I posted in the YouTube link also. So in YouTube Live, Sir Dhanashekhar sir.
Yes, Pati. Yes, Parthiban. Can you hear me?
Dhanashekhar sir.
Parthiban, can you hear me?
So that's it, sir. You are audible.
Hello.
I don't know why Pati is not
Parthiban, sir.
hearing me. Parthiban, I asked David to put it in the YouTube.
You know. Sir,
So
in the
actually,
YouTube channel,
I
the
can't
chats are
hear you.
disabled. Sir,
What happened in YouTube channel?
sir, that's it, sir.
Solunga, tell me.
In the YouTube channel, the chat is disabled, sir.
Chat is disabled.
It cannot be do that because chat box is unable to support.
1 minute, I will ask Vishwa sir and come back.
Hello.
And it is disabled, sir. They cannot start it.
That's what I will ask Vishwa sir and come back. Wait for 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Because actually, I can't hear what you are trying to say. I don't know whether you are speaking or not. Dhanashekhar sir, am I audible? I think something happened with my headphones. Sir?
நாங்க பேசுறதுதான் உனக்கு கேட்கும்.
அப்படிங்களா? சரி, ஓகேங்க சார். ஏதாவது டவுட்? அது கமெண்ட்ஸ் எனேபிள் டிஸ்ப்ளே இருக்கு, அது எனேபிள்.
ஓகே, நீங்க பண்ண முடியுதா பாருங்க.
Okay, so there is a problem with my audio jack. So I can't hear what you're trying to say. So if you have any doubts, kindly post your questions in the chat. So I will answer. Hello. Okay, so actually I have rectified my headphones.
Sir? Sir?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes.
So you show me the clock.
Yeah.
Now, will it able to move the clock by using animate?
Actually, I don't know in which sense you are asking. The output is going to be a PDF file. Output is not going to be a video file.
Yeah, I have seen some PDF file where that PDF has an animated.
No, actually that might have an embedded animated file.
Oh.
Okay, so that is an embedded animation. Okay, so like they will create a video and they will make that video to run inside a PDF file, and that is possible. Okay, sir, that is possible. Actually, creating a GIF files or creating a video files is possible, and embedding that one in your PDF file is possible. Usually, that you might have seen in the Beamer presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in Beamer presentation, you might have seen that kind of thing. So what actually they will do is they will embed a video or they will embed an GIF file inside your PDF document so that it will it looked like there is an animation inside that video, but it's actually not a video inside a PDF file. It's an embedded video inside that one.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You can create that kind of videos or embedded file with the help of Python. In Python, you can easily create a video or embedded GIFs. Okay, you can make use of that one and you can run it inside your PDF file.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. So I will go through the chat box. Maybe if any questions, I shall answer.
Sir, how to change font in TickPix environment, sir?
Which one, ma'am? Ticks.
Yes, sir. How to change the font alone? I need them in Arial for X and Y
Okay.
axis of the graph.
Okay.
But I think which is default.
Actually, there is an special exclusive session is going to be on PGF plots and PGF and Ticks plots by Dr. Manashekar on Wednesday. That's a simple command only, ma'am. You can easily change the font in that one. You can do that one.
Okay, sir.
Okay, maybe I will ask Dhanashekhar sir to cover how to change the font in the Ticks.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Can we use other OOPS language? Say, as of my knowledge, you can use Python, you can use R, you can use Sage. Okay, so I'm sure with these three languages, and I'm not sure about C or C++. I'm not sure about those things, but you can work with Python, Sage, and R. These three languages. Can we call PY file into LaTeX file and run? Yes, that is possible. Okay, so it's just a set of codes, no? So using a /include command, you can call your PY file and you can run it. Can we use Mathematica software? No, we cannot use Mathematica software. Say if you want to use Mathematica software, Mathematica itself, there is a thing to work with your LaTeX things. Okay, so there you can work with, but you cannot use Mathematica code like your Python tech. There is nothing like for Mathematica. One doubt. Suppose we have to draw a diagram manually. How to insert? Okay, so if you're already having a diagram, then no need to worry about these things at all. Just the /include graphics will do the thing. Just the /include graphics of that file name will include your diagrams in your. How to do Tamil typing in LaTeX? There is an package called Indic. I'm not sure. 1 minute, I will check. There are two ways of typesetting LaTeX in LaTeX. One is using the Unicode. Like say, for example, if you want to create Amma, okay, either you can type it as an AMMA. That will convert and that will give you as Amma in Tamil font. Okay, so that is one way of typesetting Tamil in this thing. And another one is typesetting directly, like changing the font. Okay, so instead of this UT8 font spec, if you change that encoding of the font, okay, then if you give the thing means whatever you type inside with the help of Tamil keyboard, okay, so that will be displayed. And the package is 1 minute. So if you are using the Tamil font means just you have to include that font. That will do the thing. But yeah, Babel and Polygosia. Okay, so those two things will support, like say if you want to type, like if you type AMMA, it will gives you as Amma. Okay, so that one you can, because it's easy to typeset Tamil language. Not only Tamil language, any language. Only thing is you have to give the corresponding font family. Okay. Which software can you use for drawing graphics to make clear without distortion while viewing the image? There are many softwares out there. Okay, so actually, if you are very good at Python, Python itself will create. Or if you want to create a diagram with the code of LaTeX itself, because LaTeX, that pics and PGFs are there to create the diagrams directly with the help of LaTeX. Okay, so that one will use you a nice coding. Attendance link, I think attendance link is already posted. So all of you kindly fill the attendance link.
Any other queries? You just put it in the chat box so that Sir will address those issues. Any other issues, participants?
If you have any other queries,
you just put it in the chat box because he can't able to hear us.
No, sir, I can hear. I can hear. Okay, so if there are no other clarification, I think we can wind up the sessions. Yes.
Can you run LaTeX code in Python?
Yeah.
Can you
that is also possible. You can write the LaTeX inside the Python also. That is also possible. You can write the Python code inside the LaTeX. That is also possible. Both are possible.
Okay.
Those the materials will be sent after the workshop. After 3 days only we will send it. Right?
Yes, actually I have the entire thing what I have did today. Okay, so I will send this entire thing.
Sir, only send the codes to you so that you can work on.
Some of the things which you have here today might not be understood because this is the first time. This is just to show what are all the capabilities of LaTeX and what are all the things can be done. And of course, this is not only the limit. We can do very much more things in LaTeX. And we have just a glimpse of that one. Okay, so take this as a starting point and start exploring more. Okay, so I thank all for your passion listening for this around 2 hours. Kindly join back with us at 2 o'clock. Oh, sorry, yeah, kindly join back at 2 o'clock for books and magazine designs by Dr. Ramesh Kanan. Thank you.
Thank you, Pathiban, for the nice session. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I think we have to post the link in YouTube also.
Oh, in YouTube, there is a problem that will be rectified in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, in the meantime, it has been the attendance link has been put in the Telegram group.
Yeah.
I have watched in YouTube. Kindly make use of that one and fill this session's attendance.
Hello.
Okay, so shall we wind up, sir? So, Dhanashesh, sir, shall we wind up? Hello.
2 minutes, Pathiban.
Yes, sir.
We'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes, then we hope all of you finished your attendance. Google form submitted. So the next thing we will start by 2 o'clock. So you just join by 1:45 so that because only 300 participants can be accommodated here. remaining participants, they have to go for YouTube Live. Hope you will understand that, right? So that you can join by 1:45 itself, so that you can have a thing.
Next session at 2 o'clock.
Next session is by 2 o'clock. It will be handled by Dr. Ramesh Kannan, and he'll be talking about how to design books and other things. Am I right, Pathiman?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He will be talking about designing books and magazines.
Please share code. Gayatri Devi ma'am, we will share it, ma'am. No worry about it, right? We will share all the codes, and whatever we do, we will send it.
So, okay, sir. So, we will wind up this session, sir.
Okay, Mani, shall we wind up? Mani Anand, sir?
No, sir. Actually, I am in this login.
Oh, okay. Okay, right. Hope, right, we will wind up and we will meet by 1:45. Thank you for participating in the first session. Shall I end the meeting, Pathiban?
Yes, sir. Yes.